Hey everybody, Asher here, back with more Stellaris, where if we take a look out here you can see the galaxy is at peace. We have almost completely taken out the Sethjari menace, which I can't believe I didn't realize that they were over there sooner. Looking at some old videos I saw that they actually poked around there a while ago. Regardless, we got their homeworld, so we're sending science ships in to get that, and we've split up the Untitled Compact, which is all very exciting, which means we're doing a lot of consolidating our power. Now, this too is an issue. We do have a Gaia world that's very nice, and we have people that are very upset about it, but one thing we can do is go ahead and just pass that off to another faction leader here. So if we do this, we need, first off, there's a few housekeeping things we need to get. We need to, first off, go ahead and sectorize some of these things. We need to make sure that we have lots of stuff together here. Now this is going to be, okay, this is going to be part of a sector too. This is actually a ridiculously large home world, and I could technically purge them, but we're going to make this, yeah, this is like the most gerrymandered state set of stuff ever. I think I'll make this part of the SCOG 2 sector, which will kind of be our southern borders. So what I also need to do, I've had to in the past just kind of rebuild around a whole bunch of scientists that were available or not available, and use my influence that way. But now that I'm getting more, what I really need to do is something I needed to do a while ago, which is get some governors in place. However, there is another thing I can do. I noticed that I may not, okay, someone else joined the Beneficial League. That's cute. But we do have peace. We have no fleet access, so we'll get these things again in just a moment. But there's our peace, there's our invasion being over. We have powerful pop factions again. So these guys want to go back home to their world. I think that we can possibly deal with that before too long. I mean, in my next war, I'm wondering if I want to actually integrate the Zacharn United Stars, or if I just want to keep them vassal. Because keeping them a vassal can be useful, and it saves me from having to do like 50 wars. And it lets me still go all the way down here. So I can possibly vassalize this and take this planet for myself. I think that may be better, because that way, well, we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. Technically, I could declare war right now and probably be okay, but I need to get my forces restored and re-healthed, and they are doing that as we speak. We have some very valuable, important research going on. We did, as I discussed previously, miss out on some stupid things that, like the antimatter things, were all available, so I could actually upgrade my ships to far better weapons, because I've been running with fusion reactors forever, or I guess you could say. The Athlete Compact left the US? Huh? Okay. Well, what's that? Has Athlete Compact has declared Athlete Order their rival. Okay, and insult from the Sethjari Alliance of Holdings. Oh, one of the great accidents of the galaxy. It should have never been. That's cute. So this is the Athlete Compact, the Athlete Order. Are they no longer in an alliance? It looks like, yeah, their alliance failed. That's pretty nice. Also, another thing that I didn't realize is that if you stay in an alliance for a while, that actually does decrease your influence. So they may not have been able to afford to keep that, but look at that. Their borders are swelling with pride. So that's good. We have repairs going. I still don't know what the us is, but that's alright. We have all kinds of notifications. We still have buildings being ruined, so that's very exciting, I guess. But yeah, we're actually technologically superior to a lot of places. And one thing that I don't know if I did this on camera or off camera, but one thing I noticed, let's look at our demographics real quick. You can see that I'm having a lot of colony ships starting to come from Hythea. That's because we are starting, because I've been doing so much building with, we're getting a lot of buildings destroyed. I may have to look into trying to calm these guys the F down in just a minute, especially since I have influence. But if we look at our demographics, you can see that the Ashen only make up 30%, the Othethi make up more. I've been sending them to a lot of continental worlds, and if you notice, I haven't found a lot of Arctic worlds lately. So we do have some Arctic worlds around here that we can colonize. We have some Tundra worlds we can go to as well. So I'm going to start doing a slightly different policy thing just to make sure that the Ashen stay the most numerous genetic stock. These humans that are so happy on the world here, and they're still not very happy. They're producing, but they're not super happy. I'm going to start sending humans from Sol to other planets. And then also there's another thing that I can do, I believe, if I have a construction ship available, as we need to merge you guys and get you all home. So we have one science ship available. You are over here. Did we finish every... I don't think we did. Okay, we don't have border access in here. Let's go ahead and research these things. This will delay our research just a little bit, but one thing I am hoping to do is... oh, really? Alright. We can finally survey the system as well. But I can have other populations go over there, start getting some more of these Arctic worlds. There's only a few up here. But like these will all go into sectors and that'll be all well and good. Yeah, it's a little weird that we haven't had Arctic sectors in a while. And also, you'll notice that the United Uberic Confederacy has blobbed out over here. They took out the other neighbor. I was thinking we might need to. So we have some big players, some nothing. And if we look all the way over here, considering these planets are named, but like Unit and Balkamar and stuff like that, that's probably where another fallen empire is. But we don't have contact, and we definitely don't have border access for that yet. So here's an actual colony ship. So I'm not really discriminatory for where I want to colonize on these sectors. So we're just going to colonize wherever, starting with weak magnetic field and hallucinogens. This is the party planet, right? So 85% habitability. Let's see here. Did we actually have a human that was available? I think we even had a Tundra World. We'll send our race of still slaves for some reason. So here, what kind of world is this? We have a continental world up here, don't we? Ocean world. Tundra world. This one's not very good. Let's colonize it. So we can put you guys over here. And we'll just drop you over here. Let the governor figure it out. And we should have another continental world around here somewhere. Like I said, big thing is that if I can get my population higher, we can get much closer to the fleet cap. So humans, congratulations, you get to go to space for the first time. And you get to colonize this lovely world, this moon, if you will. So that's one of our big goals today. The other one, if I have a construction ship that's available, and we are going to have one pretty soon. Oh wait, actually it's right here right now, isn't it? Did I actually start this off camera? I did! We're building a frontier outpost over here, and the reason that we are is it's possible we can push into another system for these guys, and it'd be really nice to be able to do that. But more importantly, this takes away another hyperlane choke point, and will free up this frontier outpost. And, well, depending on how these borders expand. So yeah, those guys are just super unhappy. And then we have even this frontier outpost over here that we probably don't need anymore. Especially if I start colonizing here. Now, can I actually colonize these arid worlds? I can't. But we do have an ocean world. Who is our ocean people? Humans, kind of. You know what? Let's send the humans over here. That's fine. It's like, you know what? You're already building up. We have society research. Oh wow, precognitive interface. Pretty exciting. Quicksand tile blockers. Crew quarters is something I really want though, but this is a rare tech, so we're gonna do that first. For sure. So the Athlete oh wow. They are not screwing around. The Athlete Compact and the Tzatzikian Union. So two kind of puppet states. Right? They're all pathetic compared to me, but interestingly, they have equal or better technology. So we'll work that out. Let's see if we can land you guys kind of over here. This should be okay. So what other worlds do we have here? I love that, like, there's all these moons that we can just get to. Let's see here. We have a Tundra World. Ashen can actually go into the Tundra Worlds a little bit. So we're just going to keep pumping out colony ships as long as our economy can afford it here. And you'll notice that we don't have a lot of ethics divergence as well. So that's pretty fascinating to me. And let's get a few more silly humans out here in space. It's like, you guys don't like it here? That's too bad. And we're just sending our militaristic humans. We don't want none of your individualism. So I wonder how that war is going to go down for them. Let's see. Do we have... We have an ocean world. We have another ocean world. Potential Tundra World. Lots of ocean worlds. Lots of ocean, lots of tundra. I don't know why those rolled the way that they did. Let's see here. This one was probably... Let's see here. Do we have another one that's pretty important for actually colonizing? Because right now, we just started this colony. And what, you guys are the Iron Age, so we can't do a lot with you yet. And let's see here. Diplomatic insult from the Stellaris Allegiance of Holdings. The role of the Ashen Collective is played out. Go where you belong from now on in the dustbin of history. They are just they are just full of smack talk today. That's great.
Debris analyzed.
All right. Well, I guess what we're gonna do here is we'll go ahead and colonize this place. Once again, I'm not so concerned about planet quality. Wow, really? 70% for okay. Well, we can totally send our own guys to the ocean worlds. Maybe I already knew that. But yeah, we are colony spamming like there's no tomorrow. Okay, we already have one that's moving. 60% for those silly humans. Let's see if we can find something better for them. Like if we look at their tendencies here, I thought we had more continental worlds. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. We'll send the humans here. Sending the humans to the places we like less. That sounds like the alien overlord thing to do. These guys have actually expanded borders all the way over here. Which is really interesting because that means that they could actually try and combat us the other way. So they're part of the Beneficial League, which is now a Federation. And we don't know who's in charge of the Federation fleet right now, but these guys are all... It's the same group as before.
Research complete.
And none of them are, like, particularly threatening. So that'll be cute to deal with eventually. So Dursteel armor is good. Battleship assembly yards is okay. Strike craft damage is okay. Advanced bombers, let's see here.
System survey complete.
Let's see here. Crystal Forge or Crystal Infused. 24 versus 40. Hull points 400, hull points 200. Or Stormfire Cannon, which we actually have mostly researched already. Let's go with the plating first. I know we just researched the lower tier plating, but right now a lot of this technology is a little perfunctory to us. So let's hear. Did we actually... We did grab this place. We did not grab this place, which means we can't really take this frontier outpost yet. Do we have a spare science ship? We do.
System survey complete.
So let's survey this now. We're going to keep doing what we have been doing, which is building frontier outposts like crazy. We may be able to ditch 2 of these in just a minute, though. Especially if we can get arid world colonization and we can actually colonize this place. That'd be good. And we have no idea what's over here. But this does not make the Fallen Empire angry at us for whatever reason. Oh wait, we got a lot of continental worlds up here. Why am I sending the humans the other way? Interesting. Alright. So, colonize. We have humans available. This is not too far from home, relatively speaking. We got lots of continental worlds, actually. We got another ocean world over here. Like I said, I'm more concerned with getting our population up and going, because as we see here from the spaceports give us a lot, and I am going to be building a lot of spaceports probably off camera, but pops give a significant amount as well. So another insult. You guys just won't shut up. Are you a great physical Spain, or is that your thinking expression? Alright, so energy credits are full. These are almost full. We have another construction ship. What can we do with you? I think we have most stuff built that we can build at this point, unless we want to build a frontier outpost over here, which doesn't seem really worthwhile. We have the choke point that we want over here. They're expanding. And we've got to build up some of this stuff too. So let's go ahead. We need to rebuild some of these things now. Growth time minus 15. We don't really need that. Fleet Academy's good. We can probably cancel one of these and put a... do we have a Fleet Academy here as well? See, we got so much stuff here already. Synchronized... Probably don't need synchronized defenses anymore. I'd love to be able to cancel this. We'll see what we can get, though. Alright. And you need a better spaceport. Because we're going to be building up all kinds of stuff in just a minute. Do you need... You actually do need food. You're still growing. That's so fun. Look at them grow! So let's go ahead and do some surface stuff as well. Like, all I'm trying to do is build up to have bigger places. We need to recruit some defense armies here. Same here. Alright, some psionic armies for good measure. Your spaceport needs a hydroponic farm. Like, energy's not as much of an issue, but notice that we're losing energy now because of lots of good old-fashioned things here. And we have a few things we need to do because we're starting to get influence hand over fist, which is great. Let's see. How are we gonna do this? We have another continental world here. One of these is probably decent. That's decent. And we got the humans available for it. Go, humanity. We should have more ocean worlds down here. There's a Tundra World. How colonizable is that? Oh, crackdown! Cannot be denied the intoxicating place of Godbug's atmosphere is enjoyable. There's pressure to the conservative of the Ashen Collective. No! We need to leave it as it is. You guys can just have your space spirits. Alright. 70% habitability is 70% good enough for me. There's another ocean world, another Tundra World. Arid world that we can't colonize. Did we get the last continental world up here? We'll send one more colony ship up there in just a second. Alright, so this will help us tremendously with the population. What else? I said there were two other things that we need to do. One is the science ship. Did you actually finish with all the debris? I guess so. We had some research that we could do for some special projects over here. Like alien specimen procurement. We need border access for a lot of these. Okay, we can get this one. Okay, we have a colony ship that's actually going somewhere, so that's good. So your multiple construction ships.
Construction complete.
We don't have too much that we need to do.
Complete.
Let's go ahead and build another frontier outpost here. Alright, let's start getting some governors. Like I said, there's two things we need, and one of them is governors. We have so many factions now. And they are just all so angry. Return to the Athletic Compact. Well, we can suppress the media, we can bribe leaders. That's not going to do too much. We can suppress a little bit, and at least try to knock them down a few pegs. So that's what we're doing for factions for now. Unfortunately, we don't have much in the way of policies that will change that around. Now, so here's our demographics. We're still at 29%. So everything else is growing. But what did I say before? Governors. Where are our biggest sectors? Like, I'm so used to some of my other saves where I've been doing encroachingly larger sectors here, but we want... I don't mind having this few sectors, or this small amount of sectors for each time, but we need to give... Look at this, they just use the minerals right away. That's not what I wanted to do. And we're just getting sabotage notices all over the place. The peasants, they're still revolting. Alright. Let's go ahead and just recruit you because you're cheap. No, we've got other planets that could actually use a governor here. Not that one, though. Let's see. You're on the surface. You got a ton of tile blockers. So can we get a governor that's actually good with that? Construction time's okay. Leader lifespan's okay. We'll recruit you. There we go. And we'll definitely recruit you. Because construction time's reduction is very powerful. I can't recruit you right now. Oh, we're at the maximum amount of leaders. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate, but we'll make do. Okay, what am I looking at here? Planets. We definitely want to get a governor here, so that's tile blockers. We need more food, so we'll take care of that in just a second. Let's get our other leader assigned here. And then sectors, unfortunately, so it looks like we have so many tiny sectors that we're not necessarily going to be able to get leaders all on board without some new techs. Unless we have some leaders that we're just not using right now. We got one fleet that needs a master and commander, although we could probably ditch him. Any other special projects that need a scientist? No border access. Sheet. Okay, do we need an actual construction ship for this one, or do we need a science ship? Let's find out. Alright, so that's going to stop our physics research a little bit. That's okay. So, Hythea, what can we upgrade? Better power plants. Better labs. Still have angry pops. That's fine. And we have the Tassagroid is the extremely lethal predator that stakes the dense jungles of this planet at night, paralyzing its prey with electric shocks before sucking their brains out with its tube. Like, oh, that's lovely. Unfortunately, 3 of the crew members of this ship were lost to these creatures before a specimen could be secured. The Museum of Exobiology in Hythea will rename one of its wings after these brave officers to honor their sacrifice. Well, no one ever said field work was easy. That's very much correct. Alright, so we got a few more upgrades here. You're upset because you're not spiritual. Alright. So that planet's mostly there, except do we have any like special buildings that we can build here? It says we can build another Etherian. We could build a modifier, but we need more gas. I'm not too high on that. We don't need a frontier clinic. We don't particularly need food, but we don't want to suppress food either. We'll come back to that. Alright, can definitely upgrade to planetary administration finally. So let's see here. Farm. Farm. And then what do we do? Minerals. This is a decent place for a science lab. And then we can just clear all the blockers. Some of the blockers. We got a lot more blockers here. We actually, can we? We do not have 5 pops. Because we're out of food. The citizens are hungry. At least we can clear all these blockers while we're thinking about it. And the Bronze Age aliens have advanced sufficiently in their use of metallurgy and constructed Iron Age and consider an Iron Age civilization. The tools and weapons they made are becoming more effective, and the architecture of their cities has become more elaborate. Civilization is now spread to cover most of the planet, and some of the largest cities are home to nearly 1 million people. Cool. Okay, so basic power plant for you. Basic mine for you. Basic research lab. We'll put a farm here. And drop this guy. Well, that's not going to go for a while. So we'll get back to that. And then this planet, how are we doing on food? 7 food, so you all are a little bit better there. We don't have enough for a planetary administration just yet. And there's got to be some hotkeys I can use for this, but we won't need too much in the way of food before too long. So better to get some minerals here. I know I'm swimming in minerals right now. I wonder why all these volcanoes have so much food on them. I guess I won't question it. But we do need to clear out stuff like this toxic kelp, which we've had research for in the past. Alright. So there's our Furious Planet Management. We're at 6 of 5. This is yet another Reblaga planet. So this can go to Eskig 2. Yeah, we need to definitely research some things that will give us some more people. So right there. You, and you. Cool. So blob that out just a touch. Looks like we're close, but no cigar there. Looks like we don't have anything that's colonizable here, but we do have a construction ship that can almost build. Oh wait, are we actually... Okay, we're actually already building a frontier outpost here. I'm just so ahead of my own game. That's the second time. Alright. That's what construction looks like. Next to a star, we got all these little things building. It's all very pretty. And hopefully this will get us this world. And if we can get a little bit of a foothold, like we're spending so much influence just on this frontier outpost system. It's a little bit ridiculous. But when we can't actually colonize all these arid worlds that are here. Alright.
Construction complete.
Did we get anything else? Governor trait gain intellectual. I read that as something else. Alright. This is still part of their space, is it? Barely. As like literally the cutting edge. Alright. We'll see if we can get like another border access thing. Or maybe we don't need to worry about it as much. It's more like spiking the football, if anything. So let's see. We do have some places over here. Let's go ahead and cut some of these out. We may potentially need the influence later. And did we? Vassalization request. Okay, we got some new notices that are worth taking a look at. And I know we're just about at time. Let's go ahead real quick. This is a little shaky because we can't necessarily tell where our borders are going to decrease from here. But getting the extra influence back is going to be pretty important. So we got 2 colonies here. We may actually need some of this for backfill. We'll find out. It's too bad that we can't colonize that place. So vassalization request. We are too weak to survive on our own from the Athlete Order. They want to be our vassals. The problem is that this could drag us into war. But we'll take them. That's fine. Are they at war right now? No. So they are actually bowing down to us. And that's fine because they're collective, but they're pathetic. Their technology is equivalent to us. And you guys just really won't shut up. Like, seriously, do you know what's good for you? I guess not. Alright, so we have another planet here for some reason that has not been explored. Don't know how I missed that. Or maybe our borders just crossed over into it before too long. Alright. And we had one more request, I thought. Okay, well I think it is probably the right move to go ahead and ditch this frontier outpost. Worst case is that we just rebuild. So let's see what happens to our borders. Alright, so building's been ruined again. And we still have this space. We still have this space. We don't go as much into over here. Yeah, these guys are just so mad. And like, we can try and use some of our influence that we're now gaining pretty hard. Like, there's only so much that we can do here. Like, we can do an integration campaign. That's going to bring some of them in. Can do an integration campaign here in just a little bit. And that'll bring some of these guys in. But this attraction stat, we didn't talk about it before, but pretty much it sort of gauges how hard people are going to be coming in to try and get to our nation. So when we get enough influence for that, we can definitely consider doing that. But we are actually, oh wow, we are actually capped at minerals. We are capped at energy. We are capped at everything. I think it's about time for us to go ahead and go on the vassalization train here. So we do have 2 more colony ships. We'll go ahead and sort that out in the next episode. I've gone on long enough here. This is Asher. We are going to do a little bit more planetary administration beforehand, and then we're going to go ahead and do our next step of just trying to take over the rest of this space. We can potentially integrate them as well. But the big thing is that if we can take on these guys as a vassal, I'm pretty sure you can have more than one vassal. If we can't, we can always just kick these guys out. But regardless, that's it. This is Asher. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we will do this again soon. Take care.